I love Wordle.
Wait,
It's so
you
much
play
fun.
Wordle still?
Yeah, I haven't played it a lot, but like if I have the chance to play Wordle, I will play it. It
I
is
feel
so
like
much
Wordle was
fun.
something that happened to us in the pandemic, and then it just kind of the pandemic. We don't do it anymore now that
Yeah,
we're
we don't
allowed
do
to
that
go
anymore. We don't
outside.
talk about that anymore. It brings back the memories. We don't play Wordle anymore.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of things like that that just like they were big during the pandemic, and now we're just like, no, no, we do not
No, no,
speak of
no.
that. Put that
VTubing came
away.
from the pandemic, I
Huh?
think, right? That's when it really blew up, VTubing, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why no one
Yeah.
VTubes anymore.
Yeah, no. VTubing's old school. Drop it. Who needs
Yeah,
it?
dead, dead, dead
Dead
media.
medium. We're a dying art, everyone. I mean, a lot of people are going to like IRL stuff. I've noticed. Like a lot of VTubers are
Really?
just yeah. Like Bal's been doing a lot of IRL stuff recently, and I
Well, but
think
that's different because she's just been like
oh
doing weird cooking cosplays. Like I don't know if she's been like I still wouldn't call her an IRL streamer, you know?
well I did she did stuff with some other people too, like IRL stuff. Like she went to
Oh yeah, the animal sanctuary.
yes, the animal sanctuary. Yes, Alveus, I think is what it's called.
Hmm.
They went there and then I think like they did something recently as well, like on their channel. They asked like some tech YouTubers like cursed questions and such. Numi has done a few also. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people are just transitioning back to like IRL, like very, very slowly. It's starting to like meld away big VTubing. Do you think VTubing is
Ugh.
gonna be a fad?
I mean, yeah, but like I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna go away. I just think we had kind of a crazy bubble because everyone was stuck inside, and like the bubble is
Mm.
popping, but that doesn't mean that like it's dead. That doesn't mean it's gone. I just think the bubble is popping. I mean, the market has been way oversaturated for a long time, which is part of something that I feel I wish people talked about more. Like when I started VTubing, I had literally no expectations for it.
Mm.
Like I did not expect to, but I feel like people start now and they're like, okay, here are my milestones. Like, I'm gonna make it to 100 concurrent viewers by this time, and it's like you probably won't. Like, even if you're really good, it's just quite likely that
Yeah.
you won't. It's
There's
really
so much competition.
incredibly oversaturated, and that's like fine. Like, I don't actually think that's a problem. I think it's kind of fun that it's just kind of this infinite marketplace. But that being said, like anyone getting into VTubing to make money, lol. Like,
Yeah,
you will
it's
be incredibly lucky if it's not a money sink. Like, in most cases, VTubing costs money. Do not ever
a
expect it to
lot.
make you money.
A lot of money. The models are like $3,000 sometimes, and if you can't get that back, then that's yeah, like you said,
Ooh,
it's a
yeah.
money sink.
And
Mm.
honestly, like, that's a crazy amount of money to make on a hobby, right? Like, if you took up any other hobby and you made $3,000, you'd be really proud of yourself, right? Like, people
Yeah,
just need to
absolutely.
have that approach to streaming. I wish they did. I wish that people, like, expected less and could enjoy it more.
Yeah, I mean, it's like how do I describe it? I've said it a lot, but it's like when is enough enough kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you have to be satisfied with what you have if you're not gonna be satisfied with what you're gonna get if you're not satisfied with what you have now, kind of thing, right? Like it will never be enough. Like it would just keep
no, exactly.
pushing itself. Yeah.
This is what I always say about music is like for me, making it in the music scene of a town is like if I can play a show any Friday night I want to, right? If I
Mm.
can get a Friday night show any Friday night I want one, I've made it. That's what making it is, you know? People have these
Yeah.
ideas of what making it is, and like no, you're not going to be Taylor Swift. Don't aim for that. But like aiming for like having comfortably a show when you want it, that's huge. That's like an enormous milestone, and people take it
Yeah.
for granted because they have these dreams of grander things, and it's like no, you just have to have like a realistic idea of what making it looks like for you, and then you have to be happy with that, because like you said, if you're not happy with that, you're not going to be happy if you get more either.
Exactly. Things are so skewered in people's perspective nowadays on
Yeah.
terms of like what is successful and what isn't. Like, oh, you need to have 1K people to be successful or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
no, it's like if I have 20 people in my chat talking to me, like I'm
Right.
like that's a lot of people to like consider, right?
That's like
Now,
a whole classroom. That's like
exactly. And it feels good. Don't get me wrong. There is like that neuron that activates in your brain when you have like more and you're like, wow. Like you know what I mean? But
number
like
go up.
number
Number
go
go
up,
up.
brain
Yeah.
make happy chemical. Wow, 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 wow. But like I do feel like there's a sort of like self-destruction that comes with it as well. Like, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like if
No,
number
and you
go down
watch
one
people
day,
tailspin about it, where it's
yeah.
like no one is thinking about you that way. No one is thinking about it that way. You gotta relax.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also like the tailspin of being like, oh, number went down today. What did I do wrong? What am I doing wrong? Oh God,
Yeah.
is it all going downhill? Is it like,
You know
am I
the
not
thing?
good enough?
You know the thing about the
Hmm?
pigeons in the cage?
No, tell me.
Okay, so they did an experiment where they, at random intervals, gave pigeons treats. And every single pigeon would just develop like a weird superstition where it would be like, oh, well, I put my head to the left and then a treat came out, so I guess I'll keep doing that. And so the pigeons, even though it was just like on a random or like pre-assigned interval, they would just like, please, God, come on, give me a treat. I'm doing the thing. I'll do it harder, you know? And then eventually the treat will come out again because it's on an interval, and they'll be like, it worked. The head to the left worked. I'll just do it harder. And I feel like I watch people do that with their content where they're like, this worked, so I'll keep doing it harder and
Yeah.
harder. And it's like, maybe don't though. Maybe.
Yeah, I see that a lot with YouTubers. Like, I feel like a lot of YouTubers get stuck in like a particular
Yes.
genre. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I did like just for example, a Fallout video about lore, right? And people liked it because people wanted
Now
to know
I'm a
about the Fallout
Fallout
lore.
lore channel.
Now you're the Fallout, yeah. Now you're the Fallout channel, and you know, I'm sure there's people that love Fallout enough that they could sit there and talk about it for like
Yeah.
6 years straight and just not be bored, be like, this is the best fucking thing ever, right?
Mhm.
I could not do that. So when I did Let's Plays for a while, the first thing I did was like, I did a lot of Bethesda stuff, like so
Mhm.
like Fallout, you know, Elder Scrolls and stuff. But I didn't want to be known as that because I knew that if I kept doing content around that, people would be like, this is the Bethesda guy. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, not really. I like Bethesda, but I don't want to be known as like, you know, that particular genre. And but I understand like the dopamine rush that probably comes from uploading a video and then having it immediately blow up and being like,
Yeah.
this is it. I need to capitalize on this now. Like, you know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
also that rush of producing more stuff and then you're stuck in that cycle. I don't know. Content creation is scary sometimes.
Yeah, I think there is something really addictive about it. And if you don't
Yeah.
kind of conquer that in yourself before you experience it, it
There's
threatens you. And I feel like I had sort of already conquered that in music, you know?
hmm,
Where like sometimes you have a really good show. Sometimes you get attention from someone a little bit bigger, a little more famous, and it seems like maybe it's going to go somewhere, and you have to conquer that in yourself then. So I feel like once I got to streaming, I already had that thing of like, no, don't go bother bigger musicians. They're people too. Treat them like people, you know?
exactly.
And
That's
like
what I'm trying to do with everyone else as well, the things that have happened. Like I
oh
need to
yeah.
remember my place. You know what I mean? I
Well,
need
I
to
mean,
remember.
remember your place is such a dark way to put it, but the thing is like when the raid first happened, I felt like everyone was like, go be friends with Vettel, go talk to Vettel, go write to Vettel. And like, I don't know, we talk, we write to each other, but like
Hmm.
first and foremost, I just never wanted him to feel like an instrument to me. And I
Exactly.
never wanted it. Yeah, I just kind of, it was much more important to me that like, I don't know, we talked on normal terms like normal people, and that it never be like trying to get that collab, trying to get that rush of growth again. Like if I'd ever get that rush of growth again, I'm fine with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have my dream job, and this is making like this is so far beyond made it for me. Like this is I've more than made it. This is my streaming career. If this is the apex of it, rock on. I won.
Yeah, you've done fantastic. You've grown so much and everything like that. So
But
I mean, no, I mean for real, you have. It's incredible. But yeah, I mean, listen, like I've said it before with everyone. I think there is like there's certain people that will be given like, for example, like the raid that it's gonna be like, I need to reach out to everyone. Like, you know what I mean?
mhm.
Like there are gonna be people that are gonna rush for it. And I have to an extent kind of tried to keep in my lane. You know what I mean? Like I've had some moments where I was like, oh, you know what? I've watched this person before. I'll go right into them, right? If
Yeah.
I like high numbers and stuff, and it just so happens that it comes back, right? And the whole Neanders thing was completely like that was out of left field. But like
Well,
I
she
do agree,
rated you. You didn't. That wasn't your
right,
fault. She rated you.
right. No, no, I know, but like I
You had
felt
no
bad
way
because
of
the
knowing that was gonna happen.
but I meant more so of like in the idea of being like, you know, hey, you got to know like where like I don't want to say know your place kind of thing because like you said that's a dark way of putting it, but
That's
that's
so
like the
dark. Ellie, know
that's the
your
way that
place. Ellie, go to your corner.
no, I meant more so myself. I was like, okay, man,
Bo,
remember
know your
remember where
place.
you
Bo,
are.
go to your corner.
Remember where you are. You know what I mean? Like just stay where you are. This is a good place for you, all right?
Mhm.
Just stay where you are and where you have been. Kind of like
Yeah, I
mentality.
don't know. Just be
I,
happy where you are. You won't be happy where you go. That's
exactly.
everything. That's
That's
everything.
that's
That's
like
that's working
mhm.
out too. you know?
Yes, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
that's any kind of body modification. That's, you know, even getting a haircut, right? Like if you're not okay with how you look now, you're not going to be okay with how you look if you're hotter. And if you're not okay with being not that famous, you're not going to be okay with being slightly more famous.